Hello and welcome. Today I have another ink sample review for you. This one is called Writer's Blood by Diamine, and I got this one because I have heard from everybody, everywhere, all the reviews, everybody raves about this color, so I thought I may as well find out what everybody's talking about. So let's go ahead and do a swatch of this. I do hear that this is one of the most popular reds, just based on random reviews and things that I've seen myself. So, all right. And I'll leave a link down below where you can find this ink. I don't think it's in any danger of being discontinued just based on how popular it is. But, yeah. All right. And I know I can get this, sorry, I'm trying to pop a bubble. Get out of there. There we go. Anyways, what I was saying is I know that you can get this on Amazon, so I will leave an Amazon link, probably, and let me get this. I'm going to write the name. And I do have affiliate links for Amazon, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. And Diamine inks are always really, really nice. They've always behaved really well for me in all my pens and things, so always a good choice. So let me go ahead and get that cleaned off. And here is how that looks so far. I'm going to put this under a fan to dry. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and I've got some copy paper here. I always test out my inks on copy paper because sometimes if you're at work or school, all you have available is some cheap paper and you just want to know if the ink is going to behave. So that's why I'm testing it out on this. It's a really nice, rich, deep red. And this is copy paper. There we go. There we are. So this is a really nice shade of red. I'll go ahead and set that aside. And what's nice about this one is it probably is getting closer to the work appropriate side of things for our red, since reds can sometimes be really, really bright and bold and not something you'd want to take to work. All right. This is HP 32 paper, and this is also a type of copy paper, but it has a smooth coating that the ink tends to resist the ink, so you typically get to see some of the special properties of ink when you use it. There we go. That's how that looks so far. I'm going to set it aside to dry, and we're going to test this on some Tomo River paper. And Tomo River paper typically will show off the ink properties really, really well. I've always had good results with this paper. Nearly always. I guess once or twice there was an ink that did better on something else, but for the most part. Okay, and if there is an ink that you'd like to see me review, leave a comment down below. If I have the ink or if I can get it, then we'll make a review video of it. And I forgot to put these lines on the HP 32, so let me grab that and we will quickly correct my mistake. And I just do this because sometimes some of the shading comes out in these lines, and I just like to see it just in case. All right, I'm going to go check on our swatch and see if that's dry. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's how this looks on copy paper. It actually did really well. I don't see any feathering. It's a really nice deep reddish color, and this would probably be work appropriate just because it doesn't look bright red. And there is actually some shading in here. You can see it a little bit like right here in the writing. It's coming out, so there is a tiny bit of shading even on copy paper. And then on HP 32 you can see how nice and bold this color is and how richly saturated, and you do get to see more of the shading in the writing than you did on the copy paper. So this is a nice one if you want a nice red that shades but it's not super bright. And then here it is on the Tomo River paper. And just like before, it's a really nice rich color like on the HP 32. But there's a tiny, tiny bit of a sheen, like a green sheen. green or yellow or something. It's just barely in there. And of course you can see some of the really nice shading like down here in the lines. You can see it in here in the writing. So this is a really nice one if you want a deep red that has some shading to it and some other special properties and just a nice depth of color. And then here it is on the swatch card, and you can see how it goes from this kind of like a wine red down to this really, really deep red down here. And then you've got this sheen here. Like I said, it's kind of a green or a yellow sheen maybe. Very unique. Very pretty color. I can see why it's so popular. So if you're looking for a nice deep red, something that's a little bit maybe I don't want to say understated, but just something that's not in your face bold bright red, but you want a red ink for your pen, this would be a really good one. So if this was helpful to you at all, or if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you can see more. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.